What's up, gardening fam? I'm Jermaine, and thank you for tuning in. I grow food right here in my backyard in beautiful West Central Florida, Zone 10A. Now, stay tuned because I have a great one for you today. If your backyard is looking a little bit rough after that cold, I want you to know something right away. All this brown that we're seeing is going to recover. Everything's going to recover. It's only temporary. Gardens recover, and so do we. Now, over the past few months, I've talked to hundreds of backyard growers such as myself from all over the world, different climates, different spaces, different experiences. And the number one reason most of us grow food is health, physical health, mental health, just long-term health, period. That's what I found in talking to people. That's basically our common ground that we all have. So when a freeze hits like we just had, saying I'm done, this is really not an option, because giving up on the garden feels like giving up on taking care of ourselves. You understand? This is the reason why none of us, we're not giving up on our gardens. So we're out here to live a better life, to live healthier, and to get as many healthy years as possible as we can. We're trying to be healthy. And let me remind you of something that's even deeper that I was thinking about the other day. So in the beginning, God placed Adam and Eve in a garden, not in a place of scarcity, but in a place designed to produce, to provide, and to sustain life. A place when you eat a piece of fruit, you get a seed. And when that seed is planted, it doesn't just return one piece of fruit, it returns a tree, abundance. And that design, it hasn't changed. Gardens are the few things that connect us directly to our ancestors across cultures, across time, long before the modern systems that people understood that life, it flowed from the land. Our ancestors understood that. Being in your garden has a way of reminding you why just humanity, period, started from agriculture. It slows you down, it reconnects you with provisions, stewardship, and responsibility. And also, it reminds us of something else. Our ancestors, they dealt with seasons that their garden went through equally as much harder than what we're going through now. They had drought, they had floods, they had pest issues, they had cold, they had heat, they had all the conditions that we're going through now without the resources that we have now. And when those tough times came for them, they didn't give up. They kept going. They kept gardening, they kept growing food. They found out we can grow this during this season. We have to give up that. We can grow this here. They understood all the things that we're learning now as gardeners. They understood. They had to learn it too, and they did it. So every gardener who's been at this long enough has a story like that, a season that wiped out many things in their backyard, a season where they felt like just walking away and giving up. We've all had that. This might be your first time having that, but we've all had that. So gardening, just like life, it isn't all just sunshine and beautiful days and rainbows. You're going to get some setbacks. And that reminder is that growth, it always comes with a struggle. Now, we all tell our kids, at least I tell my kids, things are better when you buy it yourself. When you are working and when you get your job and when you're able to buy that thing and you're not going to mommy and daddy to get it and you buy it yourself, it's better. You appreciate it more because you put the sweat, you put the time, you put the energy in required to purchase it on your own. The garden, it works similar to that in the same way. What you grow in your backyard, it naturally tastes better. The reason why it tastes better is because you know all the hard times that you went through. Now, it's probably have more sugars and it's probably tastes sweeter and is healthier, it's not filled with all that stuff. But many other times it literally tastes better because the effort that you put in to just being able to get a piece of fruit or just being able to get a crop. That's what it is. Struggles, they're followed by progress, and it makes everything feel richer. So don't deny yourself this moment that we're in right now. This is an opportunity that if we handle it right, we can grow stronger gardens, we can grow stronger minds too, and all our food is going to taste better because we know what we just seen right now. All the brown that we have, we know we brought it back to life. Let me lighten this up for a second. I remember watching Avengers Endgame, and there was a scene in there where Thanos came to his home planet, and everything was destroyed. It looked like our backyards right now, just brown everywhere, right? Just rust everywhere. And he was talking about the good times and reminiscing how he remembers it was teeming with life. And remember, he snapped his finger and he showed everything was nice and green, and he was walking through and it was beautiful. So that's the exact moment it feels for most of us right now. Not pretending that nothing didn't happen, because we all have so much brown, so much dieback, so much damage in our backyard, some more than others. But we're rebuilding, and today that's what this is about. Today we are rebuilding with intention, and we're choosing plants to help your yard and your mindset recover at the same time. We're injecting some life back into our garden. Now, before we jump into the plants, this is the most important part. By now, you probably heard this from everybody online. I'm sure you might even know it from past frost or past cold, that pruning right now and cutting back things is not necessarily the right thing to do, especially if you still have more frost potentially coming. If you're in certain parts of Central and South Florida, and it's been a little time now, you might can get out there and start doing some things. We're doing some things too, because look, I'm sick and tired of seeing this brown, so it is what it is, right? But just be careful about what you're pruning and what you're cutting back. Just be careful. So just because that we're not pruning aggressively, that doesn't mean that we can't plant and we're stopping putting things in the ground and injecting life back into our gardens. That doesn't mean that at all. This hasn't been a typical winter for many of us for years now. We might see an hour, maybe 2 hours under 32 degrees. Think about that. For those who don't understand why this happened, and you're saying that, why don't you just grow things in your climate? Why don't you just grow things that's good for your zone? Well, in most of our zones, we're all growing things that's good, but we've never seen over 2 hours of under 32. Most of us, our backyards for the longest, probably since the majority of us has been growing food in our backyard, has never even went in the mid-20s. So if you've been growing food for 10, 15, 20 years and your backyard has never, since you've been living there, and it has never even experienced 25 degrees, you never even experienced that yourself in your growing of food, then we can't do nothing. We can't do nothing about this. So just a little mindset for those who are wondering. You're probably not in Florida and you're thinking, why don't you just grow this? Why don't you grow that? You don't think that all those farms and that's laying off hundreds of people and that have millions of dollars of damage, you don't think these farms are growing what can grow in that area? They are. It's just, this happened, is nothing we can do about it, and we're moving past it. So despite all of this cold that we've had, and hopefully it's past us all, this is still the best time to put some trees and to plant some things in the ground, because if you live in Central and South Florida, you know how quickly that heat can come like that. I'm looking at our weather report, and for the next like 15 days, the lowest I'm seeing is 78. We're back into the mid 80s. Good thing, not complaining at all, but I'm just saying that weather can quickly go. And here we don't have a springtime. So we're going straight into summer heat. So that's what it is. So this is still one of the best times for you to get in your garden and start putting some fruit trees in, to start planting some of your bigger trees. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm putting back into my yard to inject that life back into this garden. Now, first up we have is bananas. Now, all our bananas took a hit. Yes, I know. But let's get some bananas injected back into this system, because bananas are excellent for zones 9 through 11. Depending on the variety, most of them that grow in our backyard, they taste amazing. So much better than the store-bought, and you guys know that. You have some bananas that taste like a dessert, some are sweet, some are more filling. So it all depends on your variety. They can grow between 8 to 15 feet tall, and there's even varieties where you're going to be able to get fruit 9 months, 10 months. Some take a little bit longer, but even while you're waiting to get fruit, you're going to have this beautiful tropical tree that's growing in your system, in your backyard. Another one is cassava. As you see, my wife is laying down this whole cassava right here. It's going to be our little cassava field. It gives a lot of food, so we're laying down some cassava, and what we found what worked for us, and it gave us a good amount of cassava, is when we stick it in diagonal like that. Not straight up, diagonal. We're trying both ways, as you see what she said. We're trying both ways. So we have some in the ground where we're planting it like sugar cane, just flat in the ground, putting soil over, just testing. The majority is coming just diagonal like that. Yep, that's exactly, my wife, she just said that's exactly how her dad plants it and how he told us to do, and we did it, and we got some great cassava. It grew and it was beautiful. So all cassava, that's gonna be nice. We have so many elderberry cuttings like this. We have 12, 15 pots of elderberry like this that we brought inside during the cold, and now it's ready to go in the ground. Now we're not gonna put all this elderberry in the ground, but we're gonna put a good amount of elderberry because we used it and it was excellent. Cold flu season, this is something that's excellent. It helped our entire family, the immune system. Elderberry syrup is wonderful. It's just a good plant to have in the ground. Next thing that we're gonna put is this right here. So this is passion fruit. Now, passion fruit vines are very fast growing. So if you're looking around and you're seeing a whole bunch of brown in your backyard and you're like, I want something to bring that green, something to get the life back that's gonna grow fast, get yourself some passion fruit. Now, with these vines, you have to be mindful that they will sprawl up anything. So have a trellis ready, have a fence, a gate, a pergola, something that you're gonna let these sprawl up and crawl up. So passion fruit, very quick. I love the purple variety of passion fruit. Now, another thing that we're gonna plant in the ground is cherries, different cherry trees, because we've seen they've done so well in that cold, and I want more. Now, these are baby, these are Barbados cherry, red Jamaican, yellow Jamaican cherries, just a variety of different cherries. We already have a Barbados cherry tree. We actually have two, and both of them are doing pretty well. I want some more because we give out a lot of cuttings on our plant giveaways. Maybe some of you guys have gotten some Barbados cherries cuttings, and we also give out a lot of Barbados cherries. And it seems like anytime someone comes to our backyard and they're walking around, that's the first tree that they go to. Right when they have one, they can't help themselves. They go and they want to clear the whole tree because they're that good. Realistically, you can't grow a Barbados cherry everywhere. Some places, even in Central Florida, can't grow Barbados cherries like others can. North Florida, it becomes a little bit more difficult. So you are depending on your location. Here where I'm at, Barbados cherries are easy to grow. They're actually pretty fast growing too, which is surprising. So Barbados cherry, Jamaican cherry, whatever type of cherry tree that you prefer, I suggest get yourself a cherry. Now, next up, walk with me on this one. So next up is loquat. Do you notice something about this? This was pretty much the damage during that cold, being in the 20s. This is an incredible tree to plant. If you don't have a loquat tree in your yard and you're looking for something that can take the heat and also take the cold, get yourself a loquat. Now, the reason why I say that we're planting loquat is we grew this from seed. We have more loquat in pots that we didn't even, we're like, we're just gonna give that away to someone. But now we're like, one loquat tree is enough. Our neighbor has a loquat tree and it's like 20 feet tall and it gives off plenty. But us here in our backyard, we're like, maybe we'll plant another one on the other side of the house. For anything, if there's another cold, we'll at least have some greenery. We can come out and have some greenery. So loquat, if you don't have one, get yourself one, plant one. And if you do, you're probably already singing his praises just like the rest of us. Loquat is nice. All right, so next up is mulberries. Now, we don't have to plant any more mulberries. We have a few in pots. I'm so thinking about it, but I think we're pretty good. Mulberries are excellent. This is for anyone who doesn't have one. Now, it's dormant right now, but this tree will come alive, and when it does, it gives you tons of mulberries. They're fast growing, and they don't have to be big to produce to give you mulberries. I say that because this one right here is grown now. It's actually grown a little bit since the frost, which is nice. But this little mulberry, this is a tie right here. This little thing was loaded with mulberries. We put it in the ground. It basically was a stick as big as that mulberry tree right there, that little bitty stick. And it gave us mulberries in a little bitty stick like that. And then now look, this was that maybe 6 months ago. This was that. So mulberries, fast growing, gives you tons of mulberries, and they're so worth it. We have some more over there, as you see. Just cuttings are so easy with mulberries too. So you can stick them in the ground, and that's how we've got all our mulberries. So easy, so quick. Also, I'm gonna say palm trees, whatever type of palm you like. We love these Areca palms because they're good wind protectors. They look great, they look tropical. And the thing that we really like about them is even when they turn brown and you get that cold damage like you see with this one right here, it actually gives the tree a little bit of character. I don't know, it doesn't look as bad as other trees can look. So we like the brown, we like the white that it has with the damage, and of course the green. So whatever type of palm trees you like, get yourself some palm trees. It's going to help bring back that greenery in your yard. It's going to make you feel good, and you can use them for wind protectors. You can put it around your other plants and your other trees, and palm trees. Now this has seen better days. Yes, it has. This is papaya. We're going to put some more papaya in the ground. So I'm going to chop this. I'm going to half this, and it will come back. Hopefully it should. But we're going to put some more papaya in the ground. Papaya seeds, those little bitty seeds. I have shown it before. If you guys have watched my papaya video, those little bitty seeds, you plant one in the ground, and in 9 months you're going to have papaya. 10 months max. Papaya is that simple. You will have papaya within under a year. Nothing grows as fast as papaya. It's very hard to outgrow papaya. So here's one that you can put in the ground right now. Go get yourself some seeds. If you get a copy of one of my books, papaya, I believe, is one of the seeds. We have quite a few, so you might get some papaya seeds also with when you get a copy of one of my books on my website. So also, this has seen better days, but it's okay. Moringa. You guys know all about moringa by now. Get yourself some moringa seeds. They grow fast. You do not have to worry about moringa not being able to take the upcoming heat that's coming. You put those seeds in the ground, give it some time to develop some nice, thick and strong roots. You're gonna be set all summer, all spring, and all fall. And when the winter time comes, you just chop it back. That's all, just chop it back. That's what we did, just chop it back. Moringa. Now, this little guy is amazing. This is a star cherry. It's been in a pot now for maybe 5-6 months. It has grown in this cold weather. It's actually preferring it. Star cherry. Do you guys have one? So it's a lot of things that we can plant. I'm not going to go through everything. That's just a few things that I'm in today's video that just to spark some ideas where you can go out and put them in the ground right now, and it's going to benefit your backyard greatly. Let me know what you're planting in the ground. I hope you guys are planting. Don't think for a second that you have to wait. You can wait with your pruning, but you don't have to wait with your planting. This is a great time for us in Florida to get some trees in the ground. Don't let this cold that we had stop you. Keep growing your food, keep showing up. That's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. All of my Patreon subscribers, you can head over there right now. I'm actually gonna film myself. I'm actually gonna put all of these in the ground. We're gonna have a conversation, a little bit deeper conversation about planting and a few more things. So if you're on Patreon with me right now, I got a good one, a nice treat for you coming. So I can't wait to show you guys, all my Patreon members. So thank you again. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, God bless.